This is episode 17 of Strenuous Living, Leading Change, or Stretch, Not Change, on Energetic Living. Now, originally I had planned for some Sherry Dew and Del Toro McNeil, but they are there in spirit because we're in the Leadership Center one last time, unless I decide otherwise. And maybe after a while, estamos comer, let's eat. But anyway, we don't have time for that right now because things are starting to open up. Are you ready for this? Okay, good. Now, yesterday, I talked to you about a prophet of the Lord. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's a little bit more toward entrepreneurship, which I'm going to announce officially now that I am going to be trying for the entrepreneurship merit badge for the strenuous life. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be a lot of fun as we go on a little adventure, okay? Now, here we go. We are brothers and sisters in arms, brothers and sisters in the Lord. And so we're going to go out to the Stretch Emporium, because we're going to talk. Because this is something I think that we can totally enjoy here. I originally had planned to name this episode Leading Change, but I think the best idea to do this, since I'm having to improvise, is Stretch, Not Change, okay? Stretch, not change. So let's have a little fun. I'm going to quote some things from Del Toro McNeil II. He said, we have the right to welcome change because change is constant and it's never gonna stop. Now, I'm not going to quote everything from here because, well, are you guys ready for this? Because things are about to get a little bit hotter. You know what you gotta do to stretch, not change? That's right. In order to tap into your God-given potential, do hard things. Okay? Do hard things. I'm sitting there like, oh, Jimmy, come on. This is borderlining on the insane. Believe me, I know insane. We've had massive power outages here in Texas. Okay? I grew up in a rough and tumble oil field environment where half the family was Indian, Irish, Scotch temperament, and the other half was like a stoic, don't blow my fuse temperament. And so it's been pretty interesting. I've had people tell me, "Well, Jimmy, I'm sorry if I've offended you." No. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? See, the thing is, I've had to learn in my 51 years, what we talk about, I want to change. I want to change with this. I want to change with this, and I want to change with this now. Come on. Give me a break. We can be better. We can do better. We can have better. But I'll tell you what it's going to take. Do hard things. Do hard things. I'll tell you something. Some things that my grandmother told me towards the end of her life. and I'm going to use her accent somewhat. It's kind of East Texas backwoodsy accent, so if you just please forgive me on this. You know, James, I swear, this society, people have become more mealy-mouthed and namby-pamby. She said, you kids don't know what it's like to have to work on a farm. Don't know what it's like to have to take out and make and put together and slaughter and put together a chicken for dinner. Draw a well from the water. You kids don't know what it's like. Oh, we moan and grumble and complain and say that we want to change. But are we really stretching ourselves? Or are we just really caving into our reactive culture? I'm saying this. I'm in the home of a friend right now, trying to make my bed, and I'm a lousy bed maker. Often use bipolar disorder as an excuse. Now I'm kind of telling myself right now, Jimmy, come on. Wake up. This is no excuse. This is no excuse whatsoever. Learn, grow, and stretch. But so many people, they say, well, learn, grow, and change. Learn, grow, and change? Give me a break. Give me a break. I agree with people like John C Maxwell and Dan Clark that say that stretch is better than change. Because here's the thing. Change is fickle. Change is fickle. And because change is fickle, it becomes a problem. Or we're crying out, I want change, I want change, I want change now. Getting like that? Getting reactive, what does it do? I say this through Empower Your Pattern 2.0 on YouTube. I've said it when it was on Spreaker. I'm going to say it again here on Energetic Living, and in the future, a podcast I'm going to start that's going to be similar to Empower Your Pattern, which is called Authorize Your Power. Hope you guys get ready for this. This is going to be an amazing adventure, okay? An amazing adventure. I am 51 years old. I have come to a crossroads in my life. And sometimes, there's times I don't know which way to go. You want to know why? Because sometimes I've made stupid reactive decisions that's made it just too blasted hard. No doubt I am speaking to you the honest to goodness truth. I'm speaking it with all my heart. I know it's tough. Okay? Not everything is rosy. Not everything is rosy. We know that. We know that. You want to put the brakes on your university? You want to put the brakes on your adversity and learn from the University of Energetic Living? Do hard things. See, now there you go. You know? I think of the great leaders that did stretch and not just change. I think of Theodore Roosevelt, okay? I'm going to do an illustration here. I read this in a book by John C Maxwell. He is traveling, hiking with his French diplomat. But then they discovered a stream that was too difficult to cross on foot. So Good old Teddy, he says, come on, man, strip. We're going to go ahead and swim across this stream. I'm sure that diplomat was kind of hesitated. Roosevelt said, come on, man, do it. I'm jumping into the water ahead of you and swimming. Now, let me tell you something. If a man like that, who had growing up with asthma and poor eyesight, could do something like that, I'm going to bet that I can do some of the swimming challenges for the strenuous life. I'm announcing that I'm going to do it. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to have some fun? I hope you are. Because it's time. It's time. Energetic living is something that we need to learn. Something that we need to do. Something that we need to try. Now that we've cleared the air, we have to say goodbye to our friends at the Leadership Center, unless I decide otherwise. The fact of the matter is, we know that it's hard. No doubt we know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I've come to the crossroads where it's been a hard life. I made some decisions that I have grown to regret. I'll tell you this much. I'm grateful to have that strenuous life and energetic living. I said this at the very beginning, that this isn't an easy life. And I'm going to say this, if it was, you and I wouldn't want it. If you wanted an easy life, what in the world are you doing listening to this podcast? You know what? A guy like me, he's middle-aged. He's kind of like, the heck with just sitting around. I need some adventure, some excitement. Maybe just a little bit of surprise or two. I got an element of surprise, all right. They're like, power outage, And so I'm staying with some friends right now. I want you guys to know something. There is absolutely nothing like energetic living. Being at middle age, it's not always that fun, but it has its rewarding experiences, if you know what I mean. It has its rewarding experiences. It has to be that way. I thought to myself, well, when I turn 50, it's going to be an exciting year. What did I learn when I'm turned 50? Do hard things. Okay? Now, I've spoken about things. In the Power Group Having, I've spoken about Toastmasters. I've spoken about so many things. A walk with the Lord. There's nothing like a walk with the Lord. You want to stretch, not change, you need that walk with the Lord. Because to tell you something, it's very important. Very important for you to begin to grasp. I am at a major crossroad in my life. And I am so grateful to be alive. And I thank God that I'm alive. Because it's tough. It's tough. But I stay strong. People think that they can offend me. Yes, there have been times, don't get me wrong. I'm human. There's times I've got my feelings hurt. But this rough and tumble oil-filled environment that I grew up in, let me tell you something. If you want to be successful, if you want to make it in this world, you learn to develop a thicker skin. You learn to develop a thicker skin.